Yeah, man. We're here.
We're here.
How
you?
SFA Unplugged.
SFA Unplugged.
This is raw. This is how as real as you get. It's still us. It's us. Yeah, man.
Hey, maybe we should call it Adventures with the Silverback and Cyborg. Since we're gonna
That
be
sounds like a cartoon on Cartoon Network.
True.
The first thing that
It's
popped
like-
into my mind was Adventure Time.
But like,
Maybe you guys could give us like an idea for the name for this.
yeah, I don't really know what to call it.
Yeah, but this is as real as you guys are gonna get. This is behind
Behind the scenes.
behind the scenes. You guys are gonna get raw, uncut footage of us just talking about our topics, our journeys, adventures, and just who we are. We show so much on Instagram and on Facebook and on YouTube on how, who we are and what we do in our work, but, we never really get a chance to express or talk about, like, the behind the scenes, what goes into that work. So, that's what this is, man. This is a new series that we're gonna start doing.
So like, this is
If we could ever get...
if we can ever get to the other side of the
this
road.
road, man. Jeez.
You guys, they're not trying to let anybody through. There you go.
If any of you guys watch from Maryland, please be a better driver. Thanks.
Yeah. Help us out on
Appreciate that.
Okay. So it's 2019, guys. 2019, and like all of us are trying to do something different. All of us want to do. Well, all of us are motivated to do something different, and we're no different. We want to do something different this year. We want to bring you more content. We want to bring you more. I want to make something clear. This stopped being about weightlifting like a long time ago. This is more about how to get through life, how to depend on that strength from above, how to depend on that strength that comes from above, the strength that God gives you, because one thing you have to realize is that you won't be able to get through everything in life just on your own. Trust me, I've tried it. Many people have tried it and they can't. We were created to depend on that strength from above. Sorry, I'm still getting over a cough, a cold, whatever it is that I had. And Ricky,
I'm starting to get sick.
yeah, starting to get sick. I hope you don't get me sick all over again.
Nah.
I'm gonna fire you if you do.
I've been around you. I'm pretty sure I caught it from you.
Well, I hope I don't re-catch it from you.
So some way it goes back to me, I guess.
It's always your fault, bro. Just. In this series, I want to explain how we do things and how we work. We don't just preach them; we live them. Like we learned a lot in 2018.
Yeah.
We learned a lot, and we learned a lot through our mistakes. Because we're not perfect, and we never will be perfect. We will always make mistakes, and that's what everybody needs to understand. That yes, what our work is beautiful. It looks awesome. But there's a lot of mistakes that go behind it as well. We make mistakes.
Yeah, and I think the best part is that we grow from those mistakes. We learn, we move on. There were so many opportunities from 2018, but we learned a lot.
We learned a lot. And a lot of that was learned through the mistakes that we made. You have to learn that. You have to know that in order to be successful, you have to fail at some things.
Yep.
You have to make mistakes. If everything goes right, then where exactly are you going? Like, you have to make mistakes. So there's a new structure. There's a new thing. I'm taking over because a lot of the team members, Ali Nux is taking on other things, and that's where we're moving forward in 2019. You have to stay tuned because Ali Nux is gonna bring some music into it. As you know, Ali Nux is our worship leader, and she's gonna be bringing some new things.
I turn up, man. SFA music, you
with
already
Geronimo.
know. SFA music.
SFA music. We're gonna be doing a lot of covers though, so it's not gonna really be.
Yeah, you know, but covers get views on YouTube.
True. But it's not, and that's another thing. We're not after views. We just want to make.
I'm after views, man.
We're just trying to make an impact. We're trying to motivate you guys to chase whatever it is that your heart desires. Like whether it's music, whether it's weightlifting, whether it's motivational speaking. You have to go for it. You have to go for it. So whatever happened in 2018, whatever mistakes you made, whatever challenge you overcame, whatever blessings you received, those are blessings from last year.
Yeah.
You have to forget about. Don't forget about your blessings and stuff like that. Never forget about your blessings, but forget about 2018. Don't stick to it. It's time to move on. It's time to keep going. It's time to move forward. It's time to take on new challenges.
New
it's
year,
time
new
to,
me. You already know.
I know, I make fun of those people that say new year, new me because the next week they're back at the same thing, but it's not. You have to. If you're gonna go with a new year, new me theme, stick with it.
Yeah.
Stick with it. So first, forget about 2018. Focus on 2019. Focus on what God has for you, and be patient. That's second. Be patient because God is working, y'all. You have to know and you have to trust. You have to believe that God is working. You have to have a belief system implanted in your body, in your soul, in your mind so strong that you know that God is working, that you know that everything that you're working on so far is going to come true. As youth pastor
Tomorrow, actually.
Tomorrow. I mean, by the time you guys see it, my wife Wonder Woman and I will be anointed youth pastors of our church. So it's another challenge that the Silverback has to take on. It's a calling, and I plan to do it with excellence as well. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy working full-time, ministry full-time, because I'm also in the music ministry. So that's 1, 2, 3 ministries that I'm involved with now.
Yikes.
And I'm running Strength from Above, the founder of Strength from Above, and that's a lot of things that are on my plate. So doesn't mean that I'm going to stop grinding, because this is what is my desire. This is what my passion is. This is what I love to do. So we're going to keep on grinding. We're going to keep on doing things. And that's how life works. Another thing is making plans and executing them. A lot of us make plans. A lot of us make plans, and then when it comes time to execute, something happens.
Yep.
Like, I always like to use I always like to use the plan where everybody makes to wake up earlier. Wake up, let's say, an hour earlier. I'm gonna wake up an hour earlier because I want to read this book, or because I want to study more for this test, or I want to grow more in knowledge. So I'm gonna study a little bit more on what I'm trying to build, or I want to have more time to work out. Well, we end up waking up, we end up setting the alarm, and the first mistake that we do is we set up more than one alarm. Stop that. Stop that. Stop hitting snooze. Snooze is a very dangerous thing. That snooze button, that's a very dangerous thing. There's actually an app that if you hit the snooze button, it charges you $1 to your account. So you have to think twice.
I ain't about to download that.
I know you're not about to download that. Nobody gonna download that app. Whoever came up with that app, it's like
I'm about to owe like $100 within the first week.
I think it's a good idea for people that are very serious in starting new things, in starting that waking up earlier, because we wake up earlier and we hit snooze more than once, and what good is it if we're gonna sleep 10 minutes more, 20 minutes more?
Fire.
Ends up being 30 minutes more. What good is it? If you're trying to wake up earlier, you're gonna end up waking up like you're trying to wake up an hour earlier. And let's say if you hit snooze 3 times, right? And your snooze is like 10 minutes apart. That's 30 minutes that you took out that you won't get back to get better. You know, what good is it? Like, what good is it really? Like, you must learn and you must like develop self-discipline. You have to, because if you don't, you will fail. Now you will fail. Like, I wake up at 3:30 every day, and it was hard for me to get to that. I had to start waking up at 6. Then I said 5:30. Then I said 5:15, and until I got to 3:30. Now, is it necessary to wake up at 3:30 for what I have to do? Yes, but for what you have to do, you don't have to wake up at 3:30. But like, I'm just saying, from what I have to do, I have to go to work. I'm at work at 5:30. I wake up at 3:30 so I can talk to you guys every single morning through the IG stories. I love doing that, and I want to keep doing that, and I want to do it with excellence. So I wake up with time. I have breakfast because you guys know that I power lift, so I have to eat. And I have my coffee. And it's like, you have to do these things in order to do what you love. Like, it doesn't affect me as much anymore, because I don't see it as a sacrifice anymore, because this is something that I love to do. This is something that I absolutely have a passion to do. Like, I love talking to you guys. I love making an impact. I love creating that impact for you guys. It makes me feel appreciated, because when I see how many of you look at the IG stories, I see how many of you watch consistently and just don't miss a beat, and that tells me something. This is working, and I will keep doing it and keep producing content. That's another thing that you guys need to know, is that you have to keep going at what you're doing. Don't stop because of like views and followers and stuff like that. If you see that you've impacted people, keep going. Keep going. Keep impacting them. Keep giving them something to look forward to. You know, you end up becoming like hope for the hopeless. My boy Josh, New Beginnings.
Shout out to New Beginnings.
Shout out to New Beginnings, y'all. You become hope to the hopeless. And that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's why I do what I do. It's why I wake up at 3:30, work full time, make it to the gym, work full time ministry, music ministry, run this business, run this brand. It's why I do everything. Like, I had to come to a realization that I'm doing a lot. At the end of 2018, that's what I came to realize. I'm doing a lot, and I had to think for a moment, what do I want to let go of? Because all this is tiring. And like I said, this is the raw, uncut, and
it's as real as
honestly,
it gets.
Like, I'm tired. Yes, they call me Superman the Silverback, but I'm human, and I'm tired. But then, if I stop doing anything that I'm doing right now, everything that I'm preaching, everything that I say every single day, goes to the garbage. It goes to the garbage because I'm not fulfilling what I'm talking about. And yes, I'm tired. Yes, my body is drained. But I have strength from within. And my heart is in this. And when my heart is in something, it won't quit. So, whatever you do, know that you will get tired. Know that you will be drained. Know that these thoughts of quitting will come, no matter how much you love it. But that's the thing. You love it. And when love is in the middle of something, nothing can conquer it. Just like when God gave his life for us. He loves us. And the whole world was against it. But since love was in the middle, he conquered it. And now we are here able to do whatever we want to do, able to dream, able to conquer, able to take dominion. And that's what we're doing this year. Strength from Above is taking dominion. I am taking dominion. Ricky is taking dominion. Ali Nux is taking dominion. Geronimo is taking dominion. And Jamie is taking dominion with me. We have a project going on, and I ain't going to say no more because that's a secret.
And this joint turning into a sermon right now.
And it's turning into a sermon, y'all. like I ain't mean for it to turn into a sermon, but when I talk about these things, it's a passion of mine. Like, you guys need to understand that this is what I live for. Like, this is what I live for. I know I'm the silverback, but I have the attitude of a lion. And, like, I don't know, man. Are they ready for that?
I don't know, man. But I like what you said, and I agree. Like, you get passionate about this, and whatever dreams you got, like, you have to have that same passion about it. The way you just spoke about that, like, straight right now, not a lot of people can say that they got that same passion for whatever they want to achieve. And I think that's a goal for this year for anybody, too. Like
if
be
you don't
passionate about it.
If you don't have that passion, then you probably shouldn't pursue it.
Exactly.
You probably shouldn't pursue it. It's probably just something that's caught your attention. But if you don't have that passion for it, stay away from it. Because you will fail. It won't go anywhere if you don't have the passion for it. Like, understand that if you want something, you have to have that passion. It has to be in your heart. It has to be something that you live, breathe every single day. Like, it has to be something that you say, yeah, I'm tired, but, man, I love this.
Yeah.
You know? I'm doing something out here.
Oh, man, I am tired.
I mean, Ricky can tell you that we have been up. There have been days where we have gone. There has been days where Ricky has gone 2 days straight without sleep. Just
That's
working.
The passion, man. That's what you gotta sacrifice for what you love. And if whatever dreams you got, you gotta sacrifice something in order. If you're passionate about it, you have to sacrifice something, and you know that it's gonna be worth it in the long run. And that's what we believe in SFA.
Yeah, definitely. So, make a plan and execute. Do not make the mistakes that many people do. That when they make a plan, they adjust to the comfort of their bodies. You know, I'm gonna hit the snooze button. I still got a little bit of time. You know, I set up an hour early, but I think I could do it in 40. Or, well, maybe I don't need as much 40 minutes. Maybe I can get like 30 minutes or more sleep, and I could do it in 30. You know?
No,
or maybe I could get 40 minutes of sleep, and maybe I could do what I was trying to do in 20 minutes. 20 minutes is a long time. 20 minutes, 20 minutes is a while. I could get a little bit more sleep. That's the devil, yo.
That might be about a meme. I should get more minutes of sleep. That's the devil, son.
It is. I mean, the devil, the devil, and especially your body, will never want you to succeed, will never want to step outside of its comfort zone. Yeah. It will always want to do what it wants to do.
Yeah.
You have to remember that your body gets tired, but your mind and your heart, that's different. If your heart wants to do something, it'll take control. If your heart and your mind want to do something, it'll take control. You need to learn how to take dominion over your body and say, no, you will do what you are told. I won't do what you tell me. You will do what you are told. And I have to go get this hour of cardio in, this hour of weightlifting in, this hour of studying, this hour of reading. I have to get it in. I have to. You will do what it's told. If I need to drink,
ain't no other option out here.
Ain't no other option. If I need to drink a couple more cups of coffee, then that's what I'm going to do. But you will do what you are told to do. And if you start thinking that way, trust me, you will move forward with whatever it is that you're trying to build. A brand, you're trying to write a song, you're trying to do whatever it is that you were trying to do, you will move forward if you start thinking like that. Take control. Man, these roads are bumpy.
Yeah, I was about to say, take control of this road, please.
You get that where you see now. That I really like to picture myself. I know they call me the silverback.
As a gorilla?
No.
Oh.
I like to follow a lot the behavior of like the lion. And it might sound corny, but I'm following the example of my creator. I'm following the example of God. Because really, like, we were meant to be leaders, and the leader of the universe, he identifies himself with the lion. For those of you that read the Bible, he identifies himself with the eagle and the lion, those two animals. Before Jesus identified himself as the lamb.
Yeah.
Our creator identified himself as an eagle and a lion. And reason I say this is because like if I'm going to be a leader here on earth, I have to follow the example of the leader of the universe, which is God, right?
Yeah.
And if he identifies himself as a lion, then why not me? As corny as identifying yourself as a lion, everybody says, lion, beast, this and that. I think they got the wrong, conception. Like, I want to identify myself as a lion because of his belief system. His belief system is so powerful that an elephant in the presence of a lion, an elephant is like 5 times bigger than a lion.
Yeah.
Right? But the elephant identifies himself as lunch in the presence of a lion because of the lion's belief system. You get me?
Yeah.
The lion is king of his domain. The lion is the king of the jungle.
Yeah.
And everywhere he steps foot in, everyone knows that. So everywhere I step foot in, I want people to know who I am. I'm taking dominion over this spot. I'm taking dominion over this city. God will be known in this city. People will know about strength from above in this city, in this community, in this country, and soon the world. So you see what I mean? Like,
yeah,
the misconception here.
I got you.
Like, we are children of the living King, and He created us to His likeness, meaning we have authority, meaning we have dominion everywhere we step foot in. And like, the thing about this is that too many people, like, with our generation now, it's everybody keeps declaring that they are broken, that they are hurt, and when in fact our King is telling us something different.
Yeah.
And we have to stop thinking that way. Start thinking like a lion.
should add a line in the DC flag.
They should. They should.
Just put a face of a line on it.
Like,
Hold up. Look at my boy's car.
my man wants to hit Tokyo drift out in this junk. In a Nissan Altima, though.
Is that the Decepticons on that, Jay?
It's a Decepticon on it. Yep. Nissan Altima is a Decepticon. Let's stop talking before that junk transforms on you, son.
Snap. Let me chill out.
We drive away from this guy, right?
Oh man.
Yeah, growing up, that's how I was like, you know, growing up, I was always taught that I had a limit. You know, growing up in the Hispanic culture, I was always taught that I had a limit.
Shout out to the Latinos.
Shout out to the Latinos for always disciplining you and telling you that you need to listen to the man. I believed that for a long time. Until I actually read, you know, on how God created us to be. And these last 2 years that you and I have been working together, we've discovered that we really have no limits.
Yeah.
And in 2019, that's what I want to focus on. You know, dominion. We have no limits.
Yeah. I mean, if y'all know that we started this literally in his living room in a small apartment, dining room in a small apartment. And from that day forth, we said, you know what, we're going to do this. We set ourselves a goal, a dream, a vision that was empowered by God. And I think the most powerful thing is that we placed God at the heart of it all. And 2 years later now, I mean, here we are talking about our goals for 2019, what we did in 2018. And this is something that just came out of a dining room.
Yeah, just us two, and now we have an amazing team.
Yeah.
And, like, people, like, we started with nothing, and now we see people that we don't even know wearing our logo.
Yeah.
Our brand, our shirts, our sweater, our hoodies. Like, it never stops amazing. It never stops, like, you know, amazing me. I'm like, wow, really, God, with you, there is no limit.
Yeah.
With your strength, with your power, with your love, there is no limit. There is no limit.
There isn't.
And I refuse to show my children or anybody in this young generation that
True.
there is a limit to your success.
Yep.
There is no limit to your success. It's as much as you want it to be. And basically that's what I want to get through everybody through this short well, I don't even know if it's a short video anymore, dude.
Nah. Sure about be half an hour episode.
This is what I want to get through to you. In 2019, you have to go out there and you have to conquer your dreams. Stop complaining on how people don't support you and get out there and do what you have to do to become the best version of yourself that you can. Remember, you have no limits. You are God's child. The King of Kings is behind you every single step of the way. So get to work. 2019, you take dominion and we take dominion with you. Silverback out.
Yeah, that was good. I haven't stopped it, but it doesn't matter. That's good.